What's going on, y'all? Shook here, back with another video on the Holy Priest, doing some 2v2 with Plum on his Demon Hunter. I am running the Archon build, and this is from the second week of the War Within Season 2. I would put my build up on the screen, but Blizzard has been having all kinds of issues with their servers, so I can't actually log in to get a picture of my build. And they have the thing on the website that I could put on there, but it's not very helpful to most people. So what I'll do is I'll put the build code in the description of the video. This first matchup is against a Subtlety Rogue and a Disc Priest. The Disc is playing that Void build. Sub is actually really good right now. We overlapped there with the stun. I dodged his fear, and we weren't communicating too well in this session. It was kind of a rough session, to be honest. I thought that Holy would, I don't know, just scale a little bit better with gear than it has been, but I don't know. And it could have been, I might have just not been playing that well. That's always a chance too. But we're like 400 MMR lower than on the other healers, and these games felt honestly sweatier than the other healers, which is crazy. So I don't know if Holy Priest is just in a bad spot again like it was last season already, or I was playing bad. I don't know, could have been any of those things. So right here I'm trying to run in to get the fear. I was trying to time it, but he got it first. We overlapped again. Did get the rogue. I'm going to start trying to kind of DPS the priest here with Plum. I'm going to stun the rogue since he was actually off DR since he got feared. Here comes Shadow Blades. They want to do a bunch of damage to me. Plum's going to drop darkness on me and try and save me. I did Guardian here as well. Looks like he tried to use Shadow Word Death to take me out. I'm just kind of standing in darkness for a second just to try and get a little bit more value out of it. We are doing decent cleave damage here. I'm going to stand on top of him. I'm going to get the fear off of that. Cast Holy Fire on this guy. Don't quite have Chastise back up. Plum is slowed by the poisons, which I can't actually dispel. So right here, probably the better play would have been to try and CC the priest and force the rogue to come back out. Looks like he goes full stun on me with the Shadow Dance. He's thinking he can take me down, but Plum gets the stun on him. I go into spirit form, and you can see the halo kind of pulsing in and out, doing healing and damage. So I'm going to go ahead and divine him here just so I can get full value out of it. So Plum will be taking increased healing. His Shadow Dance is down. I'm probably going to fear him off this. I do go ahead and fear him. It looks like the priest dispelled him immediately. I'm going to stun him. We have quite a bit of pressure. There is looks like the second Pain Sup. I was trying to mind control the rogue off the ledge, but he was too DR'd there. He also has a dot on him, so I wasn't too worried about him getting a re-stealth there. Looks like Plum's going to cage the rogue. I'm kind of moving down here to make it awkward for him to jump back up. It looks like maybe he was going for a re-stealth. I don't know why he was standing still there. Plum actually was able to dodge his Shadow Step there and the dance, so that was a crazy good play by Plum. I don't know if you guys saw him do the dance and Shadow Step behind him, and Plum basically dodged all of it with the his little Demon Hunter ability. I always forget the name of it, where he jumps behind and he can avoid CC. So really, really good play there. It looks like they're trying to peel now, but it's just too late. We got basically all the pressure in that moment, and we were able to get the victory. And that match, to me, felt, I don't know, way more difficult than what the MMR suggests. So this next match is against a Shadow Priest and a Disc Priest. We basically only fought Disc Priest the entire time, like the entire Q session. I don't think we saw a single other healer besides Disc. I'm running double Dispel versus this Disc Priest, and it works out so well against classes that are hurt by Dispel. So you can see me, I'm going to just be basically spamming it most of the game, just because it is so powerful just to be able to constantly dispel dot classes or rot classes. So he's going to silence me. I did get the halo off, so it's kind of pulsing. It looks like they have maybe popped both power infusions at this point. Not sure, but Here in a second, I will dispel Plum again. I'm actually going to go into spirit form and dispel him. Just making it as difficult as possible. Okay, no, there's the second power infusion. And I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again. So each time with this PvP talent, each time I dispel, it also puts a shield on Plum as well. I think it's like 5% of his health, maybe. So it's just really, really good. Dodges the fear there with greater fade, and then I dispel, which fears me, but again, he has to put the dots back up. And he only has so many ways to do that without having to cast. And he's also not able to get them up on me as easily. So we do get another pain sup, and you can see the disc is actually burning quite a bit of mana compared to me. I'm also taking the talent that reduces the cost of my dispel, which if you're going to take this PvP talent, you need to take that talent as well. But it's, I believe, a priest talent and not like holy specific, if I remember correctly. Looks like Plum is going to cage the disc there. I'm just going to be playing the dispel game where just over and over again he's going for the kick. He looks like he's trying to do a little bit of damage here and hit him with the chastise stun. He's going to disperse, which is really, really good for us. The disc priest pop desperate prayer. I'm not sure whether he was planning on maybe swapping. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. But he doesn't have desperate prayer, and we have gotten through disperse at this point. Here it looks like I'm going to pop power infusion for us just to try and keep the damage rolling. I thought he was going to fear me there. I'm glad I didn't waste greater fade. Looks like I can go ahead and dispel again here in a second, trying to get Plum. There we go. Got him out of the fear. Plum's going to cage the disc. The Shadow Priest is going to swap to me, which was probably should have been the play a little bit sooner. I'm going to potentially go into spirit form. I could get Plum out of that, but he's DR'd, so I'm not really worried about offensively dispelling it. I am going to try and get off the power infusion here in a second if I can get Plum up. Oh no, I'm going to go spirit form. Looks like the Disc Priest placed his barrier over here while Plum's hitting the Shadow Priest, so kind of a waste of barrier, which is a really good cooldown from them. So we're probably just going to run him out of mana. I don't think the I don't think the nerfs to disc were enough, because I noticed a lot of these like disc teams, the ones at this MMR, we still weren't able to take stuff down. It was more just like running them out of mana. So I think either certain healers need to be kind of brought up to disc's level. Like, I think Resto Shaman and Holy Paladin are fine. Like, I feel like they can compete, but I feel like, I don't know, certain other healers just don't feel as good as those three. So right here, the priest is completely going for the drink, so I either need to stop him or Plum does. Looks like Plum's going to try and stop him there. And he's going to burn through his mana again. I'm going to pop a big heal on Plum there. I might need to trinket if there's any follow-ups he see. He's going to go ahead and nether walk just to be safe. I'm going to go ahead and chastise stun this guy, and we're just going to try and pump damage. Dampening is too high for us not to take him down. So again, super good to have the dispel talent. Like, look at my mana compared to the disc's mana. We were in no danger of going and we still had swap available. So let's see, this next match is basically a mirror but with a disc priest. And again, I think that, I don't know, I think that Holy might be in the same situation as it was last season, just because it when damage is this high, and it's only going to get higher as people get more gear, and when other healers have ways to reduce damage, it just becomes, I don't know, the healers that are reliant only on, you know, increasing healing output just aren't as good. So hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm able to play Holy a little bit more this season rather than just getting the elite set and then parking it and playing the other healers. But as of right now, it just feels, I don't know, kind of weak. I'm going to also try a different build that I saw where you don't take Divine Image, and see if that's any better, probably next week whenever we play. Looks like the Demon Hunter is going to swap to me. He has his meta rolling. right now we're just kind of winning on pressure. I'm going to fear him off of me. He's going to fear Plum. I need to try and dispel him, get around the corner and dispel him. It looks like he wants to hit Plum, like he's scared that Plum's going to take down the priest, which is fine. He's going to banish me. I'm going to go ahead and trinket that just because he hasn't been getting a lot of CC on me. I'm going to chastise stun him, pop the holy fires. Halo's also doing damage. I'm trying to pull him away from the priest, because if I wanted to, I could root him there. There we go. Went for the root. Now he's going to have to kill it. Looks like the priest is faking ultimate penitence, and he was able to juke and get it. I do have Divine Ascension, so if things get a little scary, I can use Divine Ascension. We're not quite high enough into dampening, so things aren't getting as scary. I'm going to use Greater Fade to dodge the Hunt root and fear him behind the pillar, so his priest will have a hard time dispelling him. It looks like we are definitely winning on mana at this point. Plum's going to cage the Demon Hunter, and he's just being a little bit slowed by the Demon Hunter with the glaives. He's going for the fear on me. I wasn't able to dodge it. Didn't have Greater Fate. I could have deathed it, but again, just a little sloppy there. Gonna stun the Demon Hunter since he was off DR. I'm going to try and remove that power infusion off of him. I got one power infusion. It looks like Plum, I don't know, his dispel missed it. There's quite a few buffs on the disc, so it's kind of hard sometimes to get it. We did get Nether Walk there from the enemy Demon Hunter, and we got the fear. So we have quite a bit of pressure here. So I think any second the disc is probably going to run out of cooldowns. It looks like he's trying to mind games Plum. I'm going to dispel that fear. Go ahead and pop Guardian just for good measure, just so we don't lose any kind of momentum here. I'm going to get banished, but should be fine. There's Blur. He's going to banish the enemy Disc Priest, and it looks like we're getting him dangerously low. He does swap. Plum's trying to take him down. There's darkness. They pretty much don't have anything left. He was trying to Greater Fade back into the darkness. It's going to be really hard to take him down in it. I'm going to get the double fear here, but it was sadly right as Plum went for the blade dance. It wouldn't have broken otherwise. So it looks like we actually don't have many cooldowns minus swap left, so I am going to go ahead and use swap since he can't kill me because I have spirit form. I do get the stun on the Disc Priest, and we take him down, and I go into spirit form just to be safe. So kind of hectic. And again, it's kind of crazy to me that this is 400 MMR lower than the mains, but I don't know. It's just kind of how it seems to be for Holy Priest this season. Hope you guys enjoyed these videos. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, drop a like. Helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.